This is Irontrader, and this is midday trading. So we're going to take a look here at Bitcoin, crude oil, natural gas. But first of all, we're going to take a look here at Tesla and at Apple. Okay, this video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy or sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have Tesla. Here we have Apple daily chart. Now, you can see here the old Tesla. Let's just see if I can figure up a little bit here. Okay. So what we did is we had this bottom all the way down here to 325.10, and then she rallied up here, but now we're holding this 8-day very, very nicely. Okay, now we came down a little bit below that, but we're still holding on to it, and that's going to be the key. Okay, so we really have to hold that 349.55. That's going to be key. If that's lost here, we're going to come right down here to this 341.55. That's your 100 SMA here. And then bottom line here, we can take a look at this candle here, but just look at what it closed at 336. 51, and then we come down here to 325.10. That's your retest. But right now here, we got to see it. Maybe we put a bottom in here. We got the charts here, RSI. We got all the way down to oversold conditions here. Same way with here at the MACD. But we don't have really a whole lot of juice here. But again, today on the upside, you want to watch 362.30. Then we'll come up here top of this candle here. Yesterday's at 367.34, and then you're going to head right here to that 376.64 level here. But right now we just have some sideways trading. Now the easy way to trade this, you can do, obviously TSLA, but if you want to do the short, TSLS. That's always a good one if you want an easy way to short Tesla if we start losing this 8-day, because it should come down to the 100-day and maybe even the retest, okay? So right now, you're basically just trading here between this 8-day at that 349.53 and that 21-day 376.65. You crack above that, well, we can follow the candles, but your big target up there is going to be that 401.72 level. Okay, here we have Apple. Now, Apple here is doing really, really good. We had this high here up 247.19, came down, and now we're trying to retest this high. Okay, so we had as high as 246.78. So if you just look at that price channel right there, that's what we're looking at, 247.19. That's going to be very, very key level right there. Now, again, if we can get above that level, then we're going to come right here to the top of this candle. Okay, you're looking at 249.10, and then we'll just bring this price channel right across here. Okay, you're looking at 253.28 level. Then we can follow the candles up here, but then we're looking here at 258.70, and then your big retest up there at 260.10. But you have to close above this key 247.19, because what we're doing is I'm waiting for what is the reaction. Is it going to blast through, or is this going to be a double top situation and it sells right back down again? Okay, now on the downside, obviously, just watch to today's low here. You're looking at 244.29. Yesterday's low, 243.16. We'll come down to the bottom, 241.84. And then your key level is going to be right here at that 240.64. That is your 50 SMA here, okay? And then we have right below that, if that's lost, you got 239.81. That's your 8 SMA here. And then we can work yourself all the way down here to the 100-day, 235. And then we have that 234.47 level. But right now, this is looking very, very nice. See how that 8-day curled up? And now it wants to move above that 50-day. And we're going to push higher. That 8-day, as long as that price is above the 8-day, it's going to be sideways to up situation here. Okay, so let's just see what the reaction is going to be if you can crack through that 247.19. If you can, well, then we can just follow the candles up and maybe even get that retest at 260 level, okay? So keep your trading simple. You don't need all these overcomplicated things, okay? All I do is here is the 8 simple moving average, the 21-day, the 50-day, purple is the 100-day, and then we have your 200-day. And all these blue lines here are just price channels and candlesticks, okay? So use the candlestick to your full advantage, okay? You have your high, your low, your open, and your close. Everything you need to know is right up here, okay? So always use that to advantage for support and resistance levels. Just keep it simple, and that's how you make easy money, okay? Now, RSI here sitting 61. That's got room to go up here, green over your red. That shows momentum there to the upside. So this is actually looking pretty good. And plus, what I like about this is, see, we have a low, higher low, higher low. That's always a good positive sign. Look at how that 200-day on an upswing, 100-day on the upswing, your 8-day, 21-day. And the only thing is flatlined is your 50-day. But let's just see if we can crack over that that key price channel here at that 247.19. Then we can add to the position, and then we can take her long, maybe even possibly a retest of 260.10. Okay, let's take a look here now at Bitcoin. Okay, here we have Bitcoin on the left, and then here's the ETF that I trade, IBIT. The reason I trade this is that it's owned by BlackRock. It's $52 billion in assets, and it does huge volume. Look at here, you already did over 11 million shares, okay? So that's what you want to do, is something you can get in, out of it with no issue, okay? And you look at the charts, it's the same thing, okay? See, this is a 1-to-1 ratio. It's not the futures, it's the spot price. That's what you want to get, okay? And then right here, look at the MACD, see? Everything's the same, just at a hell of a lot cheaper price than 97K. Okay, so let's just see here. Let's take a look at the downside here first, okay? So this is what we need to hold is this 8 simple moving average at 96,974. That's going to be key. Then not, we just look to today's low, look at 96,515, and then we'll come down here at that 95,065, and then we'll come down to the bottom of this candle at 93,305. We lose that, 94,455. That is going to be your ticket. And then we can always come down to the bottom of this candle here at that 89,525. And then we have your hundo here sitting at 88,106. But right now, as long as we're holding that 8-day, we're in good shape. See how this one as 8-day came down, your price is below up. Then it started to rallying up here. And once we cross that 21-day, see, look what happened to the price. Okay, so this is what we're watching on the upside here. Okay, so you want to watch today's high. Okay, that's 98,315. Level. So if you look right to the left here, you have 98,440. That's going to be your next a level of resistance. And then we're going to come right into that 50-day at 99,278. And then we have the 21-day at 99,650 level. Okay. So right now here, you can look at this as a possible nice, good bull flag, descending wedge kind of a situation. So let's just see if we can get this breaking up. Now, again, if we can get this above that 50-day, and again, that above that 21-day, then we have a good, nice targets all the way up here. See what we have up there? That's 102,635 level. Then we just follow the candles, 103,870. We up here at 104,920, and then 106,570. And then we have your retest, 106,945, which is, you can see how many times that has hit it all the way across. That's going to be very, very strong resistance here, okay? But again, we got to get above that 50-day and 21-day, and we have to hold this 8-day on a closing basis here, okay? So now here's the IBIT. This is the same thing here. Now, again, when this fell right on off here, okay, you've got all the way down here on this low on Bitcoin at 93,305. Okay, and then where do we come here? Okay, so you just look at that price channel. Instead of even taking the bottom of the candle, all you got to do is look at the price channel because that's all they are. It's just bottoms and tops of candles. Very, very simple, okay? So 53.03, okay, and look at what you got today, 55.65, okay? So look how nice that is, okay? Very, very nice. Okay, so you have a good, nice spread. So anytime this Bitcoin is going to be in play here now, so just always look at it. What we need is a catalyst. I get that, you know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean you can't make money in the meantime while we're waiting for this to blast right on up here. Because you could have bought that down in the 53 level like I did. I didn't get 53.03, but I got 53.20 level, okay? And I took that as a long, okay? And then look at the next day, and then look at today, okay? So I sold a little bit out there today. We had a high of 55.82. I sold out some of it at 55.75. And then I'll be looking here. What's going to be the next level here? It's going to be that 50-day at 56.23 level, okay? So always, you can still make a lot of money here, okay? Very, very easily. Look at that. 3 days, 2 points. I trade 5,000 shares. Not too bad. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil and natural gas. Okay, we're still waiting on the crude numbers, but natural gas came out and they had a nice draw of 196 billion cubic feet. They're expecting a draw of 188 cubic feet, but obviously it didn't mean dick. Look at this. Hey, okay, see, look at that. That's not very good. I'm going to show you a weekly chart here in just a little bit here, okay? But first of all, let's take a look here at the crude oil. Now, you can see here crude oil, we had this nice double bottom situation, held at 70.12 level, because all you have to do is look at the bottom of the candle. What do you have? 70.12, okay? So all you need to do is support. If we start losing that 70.12, is right here. This is all your targets here on the downside, okay? Now, you can see here, I pointed out this 8-day. See how nice it did not cross that 100-day, and now she's rolling back up here, okay? So very, very nicely. So now we have a nice green candle. We are above the 21-day and the 50-day. That's going to be very, very key, okay? So let's look at the downside. You need to hold that 72.61. That's going to be very, very key, okay? The next level is 72.50. You need to hold that. And then your next support is 71.96, your 8-day. And then we have your 100-day sitting right there at 71.44. So your support levels are all right here. Now, on the upside, okay, we made a high today of 71.73 level. Your next target is going to be right there at 73.22. And then we have 73.68. And then your big target is going to be 74.09. We still have that high, lower high, and lower high situation. And that's really not bullish, okay? So to me, I scalp that the UCO all the time. That's a good one for the long. And SCO is a good one there for the short. But we're not really having a whole lot of movement. It's almost like paint kind of a situation, but you can get money out of it here as long as you just don't look for too much, okay? Like the UCO, okay? So He had a low of 28.67 and a high of 29.03. I got 25 cents out of it there today. Okay, so I'm trading 5,000 shares. So, I just look at that. So I'm looking at maybe taking another trade on it. Okay, so you're not going to get $1, $2, $10, $20 kind of a situation out of the crude here now. This is I say like watching paint dry. So just take what you can get, and because you'll be doing other trades. Okay, so just that simple. So for today, watch this 21-day on the close, that 50-day on the close, okay, and this 8-day on the close. That's all your key support levels, and then for the loss, that comes out to the 100-day at 71.44. Upside here, we're looking for the top of this candle, 73.22. We're looking right there, 73.68, and then a retest of that 74.09 level. Okay, RSI, plenty of room to run. MACD, we're sitting at oversold. That green crosses over the red. That'd give us a nice momentum right up to the upside, possibly up to that 200-day. Okay, natural gas. Wow, look at here. Down goes Fraser. Now, we had a nice good rally up here. We're looking at 439 yesterday. So this is exactly why I don't take this overnight, because you just never know kind of a situation. Okay, I'd rather just go in there for the daily trade and that kind of situation. So an easy way I trade this on long is UNG and KOLD for the short. Very, very keeps life real simple, but I don't hold those overnight. I just, boom. Now the crude oil I will, because it's not that kind of a crazy like natural gas is. But this is an easy way to take a short with the KLD, and we make some nice points here today. Okay, so now obviously this is what we're looking for on the upside target. Okay, that 4.36. Yesterday we got a little bit higher on that, 4.39. I dumped it out when it hit 4.36 here, and we got a little bit higher than that. I dumped out the UNG, and then I went out flat for the day. And then today here, we can see here, we put it in 447. That was probably overnight situation, and then she came coming right on down. Now we're sitting here at 404 level, okay? So what we're watching is the top of this candle here, looking at basically 401, and then we'll look to yesterday's low at that 439 level, okay? Then we can come all the way down here. We're looking up here, looking at 391, and then we're going to come down here. You're looking at 386 level, and then we're going to come down here for this 8-day at 3.79, okay? So again, it could not close above it. It had yesterday. It had a real nice candle, and it closed. Okay, but you're like right at it. Okay, and then today pop up, and then all the way on down here. Okay, so you can see here where the RSI hit that 70 mark, pulled right on back here. The green is still over your red, so we got to see how this all shakes out here. But that's one ugly ass candle. Now I'm going to show you here a weekly chart of natural gas here. Okay, this gives you a little bit better view here of what I was talking about. Now, yesterday, if you watched my video, I was watching this here at 4.369. But that's on a closing basis. It's not like a pop and drop. That's on a closing basis. Because right now, what we have here is pretty much we have a double top situation, okay? So if it can reverse that and take it back up here, then we're going to be looking for that 4.369, and then we'll look for that 4.47. But then what you want to do is, if it gets above that, all we want to do is just start looking to the left here, okay? So we had that resistance at 4.45, and now your next resistance here is we can come all the way up here to that 4.74 level, but this is what I'm looking for is right here, okay? This is that 4.75. See how that price channel comes across here? And we had this 4.75 here, and then we had that double bottom situation at 4.82. But that's what we're looking for on the target if it can break up. That'll be your next level if it can go higher, okay? And then if that can keep right on going, then we'll come up here to your 490 level, okay? And then we just follow the candles all the way up here till you're right back into fives again. But you have to go one level at a time. And right now what we're looking for is this 4.369 level on a closing basis for the week, okay? So now on the downside here, you always want to watch here as we have that 200-day. I should probably just take that down a little bit. Sorry about that. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't want to pick it up. Okay, right there. Okay, 3.90, you want to hold that on a closing basis, okay? That's going to be very, very key. That is that 200 SMA here by Friday, okay? So, and then what we have here is right below that, we have that 8-day at 3.67 level, and then you could come all the way down here to this 3.23 level here. So we got to see how this all shakes out. But realistically, you want to watch at 4.369 level on a closing basis. If you can close above that, then we can just start at the left-hand side. We follow all that resistance level here, but your next big target is going to be that 4.75. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here after your pit close, and we will take a look here at Bitcoin, crude oil, natural gas. Now you can see everything is kind of selling off here today. Nasdaq is down. But remember, this is seasonality. What I'll do probably is I'll put up some seasonality charts there for you, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about here after the open close. Okay, trade what's in front of you. Now what you want.